So we've been summarizing as far as the findings that are now concerned in this 15-page preliminary report that has now been released on part of the AAIB exactly a month after when we speak of this tragedy of the Air India plane. And when we speak of the findings there, what are the areas which is completely ruling out the factors that may have contributed to this tragedy, and other questions that are now being raised exactly when it comes to a mechanical or a human error or something else. All of that is now being analyzed as far as this report is concerned. Now we are looking at statements on part of both Air India and Boeing that is now being released. Part of the investigation, of course, as far as the investigation that still continues. Let's put out as far as the Boeing statement now is concerned, because they continue to say this is at par at what the statement that has been given by Air India, where they say that our thoughts will remain with the loved ones of the passengers and crew on board. Air India Flight 171 as well as everyone affected on ground in Ahmedabad. We continue to support the investigation and our customers, and we will defer to the AAIB to provide information about AI 171 in adherence with the United Nations International Civil Aviation Organization Protocol, also known as Annex 13. Now, as far as the developments here are concerned, when we speak of how the flight lost its mid-air as far as when it comes to its climb is now concerned, what is now being said is the fuel switch which is now under focus. As far as the recovery time that both of the engines had was quite less before the pilots could realize that there is no coming back from here. Now, what is being said in these findings, engine 1 and 2 fuel switches transitioned right from run and to takeoff, and this happened while the the plane had reached its maximum speed that is required for takeoff. Both of the engines fuel switches that were cut off with a time gap of 1 second. So you can imagine what was happening in the cockpit, where the pilots realized that there is something wrong. What is now being said that the engines RPMs begin to fall as the fuel supply to the engine was cut off. And imagine the plane, the aircraft was already in its full speed, maximum speed. The engine's RPMs begin to fall as the fuel supply to the engine was cut off, and then one of the pilot raised an alarm to the other pilot asking that why did you cut off the fuel switch. The other one, however, denied, saying that I did not. Second later, there were attempts to revive the engine. The engine 1 that we're looking at transitions from cut-off to run. There was then attempts to revive the other engine as well. 4 seconds later, engine 2 switch transitions from cut-off to run, but by that time it was too late. Engine 1's core deceleration stops and starts to progress recovery, but at the time engine 2 could not sustain, and thereafter we saw that the plane rapidly lost height, then started to decelerate, and it crashed right outside the airport wall periphery, crashing into the buildings below. That is also been highlighted as far as this preliminary report is concerned. At least 5 of those buildings that were damaged, and of course there were casualties on ground as well. We'll get you more what the experts have to say on this.